Welcome back. In this video, we're stepping on board a Delta Air Lines Boeing 767-300ER in domestic Premium Select, heading from Detroit to Honolulu. This is Delta's version of Premium Economy. They offer this seat on most long-haul international and some domestic routes, like this one. This cabin is in addition to Delta's Comfort Plus, which is a standard economy seat with extra legroom. Delta says Premium Select offers more space, a wider seat, and better amenities on board. But is this pricey upgrade worth the premium price? And is this better value than Delta's business class? Let's find out as we head to the airport. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Detroit Metro Airport and Delta's McNamara Terminal. We just got off a short flight from Washington, D.C. We have about 90 minutes before our flight to Hawaii. We're connecting from the B gates to the A gates, which means we got a chance to walk through the tunnel under the tarmac with its colorful light show. Detroit is one of Delta's hubs, and this is one of our favorite U.S. airports. Originally built for Northwest Airlines, this terminal is entirely dedicated to Delta and their SkyTeam partners. It's wide, open, and spacious. From shopping to places to grab a bite to eat, there are plenty of options in this terminal. We had about 90 minutes before our flight boarded, so we headed to the Delta SkyClub near gate A43. Delta has 4 SkyClubs in the A concourse. 2 are here in the center, just after security. In fact, from the A43 Club, you can see the Central SkyClub. There are also SkyClubs located near the tram stations at either end of the concourse. The A43 Club is the newest club in Detroit, but it's a bit small and it was a little crowded this morning. You enter on the concourse level and either take the elevator or the stairs up to the lounge. We found a few seats and grabbed a cup of coffee. This club features a full-service bar with beer, wine, and well drinks included. You can purchase premium drinks or use SkyMiles. There are hot and cold food options, non-alcoholic drinks, and a variety of seating options. There are also nice modern restrooms. There are no showers in this lounge, but there are showers in the other Central Concourse Sky Club. Our 9-hour and 20-minute flight today takes us 4,700 miles from Detroit Metro Wayne County International Airport to Daniel K. Inouye International Airport in Honolulu, on board a Boeing 767-300 in domestic Premium Select. Delta now sells this route to Hawaii as Delta One and Premium Select, offering the elevated level of service typically found on their long-haul international flights. We left the lounge and took the tram to our gate. The A concourse is about a mile long, and there's a tram that goes from the center to either side. It wasn't busy on this Sunday morning. We're departing today from gate A28. One quick note, if you're flying to Hawaii, you'll be asked to complete an online arrival declaration. This isn't customs. This is a declaration that you're not bringing live animals or fresh fruits and vegetables to the island. Boarding started right on time, and the gate agents used 2 lanes to move the boarding along more quickly. There are 18 Premium Select seats arranged in a 2-2-2 layout. Each seat is 19 inches wide with 38 inches of pitch and a 7-inch recline. There's a fold-out footrest and a 4-way adjustable headrest. I was in seat 20B and my colleague in 20A. This is a bulkhead row and offers fantastic legroom, more than the other Premium Select rows. These seats felt really comfortable, fairly similar to a domestic first class seat. However, this bulkhead had a lot more legroom. I can say that this was a comfortable spot to spend 9+ hours. The premium select cabin on the 767-300 features only 3 rows, and this is a mini cabin between Delta One and economy. The overhead bins on the 767s are small, especially in the center, and they fill up quickly, so keep that in mind. The seat has a few bells and whistles. Between the pair of seats is a storage cubby. Inside this cubby is the universal power outlet and a USB-A port. The power port is in a bit of an inconvenient location. This location is just on the bulkhead seats. In the other rows, this is located in front of each seat. Next to the cubby is the remote for the IFE system. It came in handy for these bulkhead seats since you need to lean forward to touch the IFE screens if not using the remote. At the front of the armrest are a couple of cup holders. The tray table comes out of the opposite armrest and is bifold. It's a decent size and is sturdy. I was able to work on my laptop without a problem. At the seat was a pillow, blanket, a small amenity kit, and a menu for our flight. The pillow was decent, it felt like memory foam. The blanket is the same blue fleece Delta recently had on my first class flight to Seattle. The amenity kit had an eye mask, earplugs, lip balm, and a dental kit. While not the same kit as Delta One, this is a nice amenity kit for premium economy. The bag is actually very nice and reusable. Delta also provides noise-canceling headphones to use while on board. These are the exact same headphones from Delta One business class. We pushed back from the gate a few minutes late, but we'll make that up in the air. It was a fairly quick taxi to the runway, and we were off on our journey to Hawaii. Features a 10-inch touchscreen. This is almost the exact same size as the screen in Delta One. The screen is bright and responsive. This plane did not feature Delta's latest IFE software, but it still had a good selection of movies and TV shows. The IFE screen also has a USB-A power outlet. One quick note, these seats use a 2-prong headphone jack, similar to what you find in Delta One. If you want to use your own headphones, you'll need an adapter. Wi-Fi was available and free for SkyMiles members. It worked well over land with good download speeds. Over the ocean, it still worked pretty well most of the way to Hawaii. There was no pre-departure beverage offered and no bottles of water provided. I've seen mixed reports of Delta offering this service in Premium Select. About 30 minutes after takeoff, service started with a hot towel, followed by drinks and a small snack of cheese crackers. Alcohol is free in Premium Select. There's a selection of beer, wine, and spirits. Many of the options are similar to Delta One. The more premium wines and champagne, though, were not available to us. I had a gin and tonic and gave the crackers to my colleague who was with me on this flight. This round of drinks was served in real glassware. About 30 minutes later, flight attendants were back for a second round of drinks and the main meal service. This was a lunch flight. One odd note, the flight attendants didn't have any more glasses, so they reused the original glasses or offered a paper cup. This seemed like a silly miss on Delta's part. There were 2 meal options in Premium Select, and I received an email 7 days before the flight with the option to pre-order. Both options were cheesy dishes, and I don't eat cheese, so I put in a special meal request for a vegan meal. It's the one option I know will be cheese-free on Delta. What I got was chana masala, sauteed spinach, and rice. This was very good, and I was thrilled with this option. The chickpeas were well cooked, but not mushy. It was flavorful with a bit of heat. Lunch also came with a side salad of mixed greens, a pretzel roll, and fresh fruit. Everything was served on a single tray. but the food was all in real dishes with metal cutlery. My table was also set with a linen tablecloth. This is a very similar service to Delta's domestic first class, and this isn't too different from Delta One. My colleague had the pasta dish, which she said was excellent. Instead of fruit, her dessert was a tiramisu. I only wish the bread was heated up. While fresh, a cold roll isn't very pleasant. About an hour after the meal, a flight attendant came around taking drink orders and offering a snack basket. It was dark in the cabin at this point and I didn't film this, but it was similar to a domestic first-class snack basket. Mid-flight, another drink service commenced with an offer of a bag of chips. What I found a bit odd was that they used real glassware for the first meal service, but then transitioned to standard economy paper cups for the other service. About 90 minutes before landing, a second light meal service commenced. There were two options, a chicken salad with mango dressing or a quesadilla. To my surprise, I was given another vegan special meal. When I asked the flight attendant what this was, she told me she had no idea. It turned out this was overnight oats with a blueberry compote. It was actually quite good, but odd that it was a breakfast dish. I've actually had something similar to this in Delta First Class. It was served with a side of watermelon and mint. Service on this route was okay, but not great. The flight attendant working my aisle during meal service was very friendly. In between meals, the flight attendants pretty much stuck to the galleys. I requested a cup of coffee mid-flight from a passing flight attendant, and while he did get it for me, it was clear I inconvenienced him. We were soon starting our descent into Honolulu. Enjoy the approach as we pass over the coast, and I'll be back to wrap things up. We touched down in Honolulu right on schedule and had a short taxi to the gate. Overall, I was actually quite happy with my first Premium Select experience. What you're really getting is more space. While the seat doesn't lay flat into a bed like business class, if you can snag a bulkhead, you have a lot of legroom. Plus, no one is going to recline into your face. The space alone is worth the premium. Wider seat, more legroom. The main meal service was more elevated than economy, with food being served on real dishes with a tablecloth and linen napkin. The quality and quantity was good, similar to a domestic first-class meal. The service was okay. I wouldn't say it was very elevated over economy. I think part of that might be due to the fact that Delta didn't always sell this route as Premium Select and Delta One, and used to treat it as a domestic product. So to answer our question from the beginning, is this worth the premium? On a flight this long, definitely. The space alone was worth it. For reference, Premium Select was about double the price of economy. Delta One on this flight was about twice the price of Premium Select. So the big question, is Delta One worth the upgrade? On this daytime flight, probably not, unless you want the bed. The Delta One seat on the 767 isn't Delta's best product, and this Premium Select seat gives you a good amount of space, decent meals, and service at a far better price. Also keep in mind, Premium Select includes 2 free checked bags, and that's the baggage allowance for non-medallion members. So what do you think? Is Premium Select worth the upgrade? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. I flew Delta One back to the mainland on the same aircraft, but on an overnight flight to LA. We'll have that review coming in the near future. Spoiler, for a daytime flight, or if you don't mind sleeping upright, the Premium Select seat is better value. But if you want the full flat bed, especially for an overnight flight, consider paying the premium for Delta One. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date when we release new content, including that Delta One flight. Both of these really help out the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.